Hello everybody and welcome to the 2021 graduation ceremony of the Mohave High School. Please enjoy and please share. Thank you.
All right. I would like to officially welcome you to the Mohave High School graduation ceremony for the class of 2021. The faculty and staff are very proud of this senior class. They are a very dedicated, hardworking group of young adults. Their dedication to academic excellence was rewarded Monday night with over $4.5 million in scholarship, awards, and military enlistment to further their education and career endeavors. $4.5 million during a pandemic year. That's this senior class. We would like to thank the families of our graduating seniors for the guidance and support that you have afforded these graduating seniors. We would also like to thank the faculty and staff of the high school, junior highs, elementary schools. Their outstanding effort helped create the firm academic foundation needed in today's competitive digital world. To our graduating seniors, an ancient proverb held, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a person perfected without trials." Mohave High School is Mohave High School is incredibly proud to graduate our class of polished gems for 2021. The 2021 school year has provided many trials for our students that they've had to overcome. However, do not let the pandemic define you, but rather let it empower you. Be confident in knowing that you can meet the adversity head-on and overcome obstacles in your path. Howard Schultz once stated, "In times of adversity and change, we really discover who we are and what we are made of." Be proud of who you are and what you have accomplished. Be steadfast in your determination to always exceed your last achievement. The world is now yours to embrace and influence. Rise above the chaos and create your pathway for your success. Understand that there are many roads that will ultimately lead you to your final destination. Always stretch yourself to think spherically, knowing opportunities are always coming at you from every direction. We no longer live in a linear world. Best wishes to the class of 2021. It will always be a great day because you will always be a T-Bird. Would you all please rise for the presentation of the colors and the singing of our national anthem?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's light? scarred stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you. You may be seated. It is now my pleasure to turn tonight's program over to the senior class president, Hannah Burgess.
Well, welcome everyone. Seniors, we finally did it. I remember our freshman year, me personally didn't have a lot of people to lean on or many people to call my own friends. And now that I've grown and had these 4 years, I'm so glad that I'm able to have met most of you and have conversations and to call you my friends. This year alone has been a roller coaster for all of us, and I would like to, this one person I would like to give a special shout out to because he is the reason I made it through high school in one piece. She never gave up on me, she never stopped loving me. She has made me into the person I am today. And seniors, I know we all have that one person. It is either our mom, dad, grandparent, aunt, uncle, coach, or whoever. But after this, let's all hug them and thank them, because I know for a fact without them, we wouldn't have been able to make it throughout this year. I am so thankful for my mom, and I'm so thankful for all that she has done for me, and I wouldn't trade her for anything else. Seniors, we did it, and let's not forget that we made it. All right. Next, we will have Allissa Mallett come up and give her speech as student body president.
Sorry, there's a lot of papers up here. I will not say today is the beginning, because we've already written a beautiful start to our own story. I will not say be joyful always, because it's okay to admit when something is just not right. I will not say today is the first day of the rest of your life. Well, because quite frankly, that is inaccurate. I am also not going to beat around the bush. This year has been far from ideal. We each have lost something. The small moments especially are the hardest to say goodbye to. The small moments Nonetheless, we are here today celebrating the past 4 years of hard work and dedication. For most of you, senioritis hit us pretty hard. At freshman orientation, there are 422 of us all sat staring at a man with a mullet up on stage. Little did we know that the next 4 years we were gonna be the most chaotic, memorable, and cringiest years of our lives. Now we all sit in a room with only 250 of us. A once divided class has now become one. We must become bigger than what we were before, more courageous, resilient, ready to be let free from the comfort and safety of our homes. This is when we start our own chapter, the one we can control and build to be something amazing. There have been many generations of classes here at Mohave, some more memorable than others. Even though I don't really remember a lot of them, some classes were able to accomplish things that others didn't, and some were just another year passing by. Class of 2021 will not be that. Our class will be remembered. We will not be forgotten, for we have made history, and we were a part of it. We've left a legacy, one of the most important things that can be done. Whether it was our freshman pep rally when we proved to be one of the loudest freshman class Mohave has had, or whether it was holding newspapers and looking away at class of 2019 while they yelled at our backs at a yell-off, whether it was our entire school and even the entire city being run by stink bugs our sophomore year, causing me to run around at prom with one in my hair, or whether we were a part of one of the largest dances Mojave's ever had with over 600 people. Wouldn't really fly nowadays, but you know. Or whether it was winning the last pep rally Mojave's ever had, or the pranks we pulled on teachers. Mr. Vic, I'm sorry for the purple cookies. And finally, our class being the class that had to deal with the pandemic. Spending a portion of our senior year sitting in our rooms with a computer instead of sitting in the risers cheering in the stands. We've had our hardships, but it is what makes this class so special, our perseverance. Above all else, we made it through. We conquered and lived what we thought would never be a normal year. And throughout this abnormal year, each and every single one of you have left some sort of legacy, a legacy that will be carried on throughout the generations. So, I challenge you to dream big, make mistakes, and experience things that are outside of your comfort zone. That is when the purest growth will occur. I implore you, don't just leave history here at Mohave, leave your legacy everywhere you go. After today, we do not have to have everything figured out. We all know that plans and expectations can change overnight. Life is full of surprises. So if you are worried about change and things not working out, I'm here to remind you that adapting to change is what life is all about. Growing up, we all envisioned that graduating seems so far away. But we've reached the end, and that most definitely is not true. All of us have come from so many different backgrounds, and some of us even started at different schools. But now we met some of our best friends here and made memories for a lifetime. The sleepless nights, Socratic seminars, dancing with your best friends, the busy schedule which you wish would slow down, but now you wish you could have back again. Those 2,102,400 minutes have gone by faster than we imagined. Although the time flew by, this class has accomplished remarkable things. We've had state representatives and clubs, we kept a positive attitude despite everything, and we stayed true to ourselves. True accomplishments are the small things, the moments in between. Working relentlessly at practice for those of you who did sports, studying all week for a test, or not, lost games and failed exams. The true test was perseverance through those times. It has been beautiful to watch every single one of you excel in your passions, your sports, academics, and fine arts. Once the next chapter unfolds, we will each use our talents and skills to make a difference in the world. Looking around me now, I see 250 different paths ready to be traveled. This is all thanks to our teachers, staff, school board, family, friends, and loved ones for supporting and loving us not only now, but throughout the entirety of our educational career. We are unlike any other class. There is more waiting for us in this world, and some of the best days of our life are yet to come. We are all standing together in union, showing everyone what we have accomplished, and warning them to watch out, for we will change the world. Congratulations, class of 2021, for we are both history and the future. I would just like to leave you guys with 2 words of advice. Don't trip.
Thank you, Allissa. Now we will have Mystic Rhythm sing us a song called Found Tonight.
We may not yet have reached our glory, but I will gladly join the fight.
And when our children tell their story, they'll tell the story of tonight.
They'll tell the story of tonight, tonight.
Have you ever felt like nobody was there? Have you ever felt forgotten in the middle of nowhere? Have you ever felt like you could disappear? Like you could fall and no one would hear? Well, let that lonely feeling wash away. 'Cause maybe there's a reason to believe you'll be okay. 'Cause when you don't feel strong enough to stand, you can reach out your hand and
Raise a glass of freedom, something they can never take away.
no matter what they tell you.
Someone will come running and take you home.
Raise a glass to the wall of us.
Tomorrow there'll be more of us telling the story of tonight.
The morning is
Tell the story
breaking
of
and all is new.
all this
All is new.
It's only a matter of time. Even when the dark comes crashing through,
When you need a friend to carry you,
when you're broken on the ground,
you will be found. So let the sun come streaming in, 'cause you'll reach up and you'll rise again.
if you only look around.
You will be found. Children tell their story. You will be found. Tell the story of tonight. Whoa. No matter what they tell you, tomorrow there'll be more of us telling the story of tonight. The story of tonight.
Thank you, Mystic. That was beautiful. Now we will have our salutatorian speaker, Estrada, come up. Following him will be the valedictorians, Audree Burgess, Madelynn MacDonald, Radic, and Zainab Ramadan.
Just let me find my speech. I'm Eric Estrada, and despite what many of you might think, I'm not from the TV show Chips. I'm glad that we got to the finish line for high school and that we still had the chance to experience many of our senior traditions, unlike last year's class. To be completely honest, with everything that has happened, I wasn't sure if we would make it this far. But here we are. Now, in hindsight, I realize how strange it is that we didn't know that the random and fun moments that we had would one day turn into memories. As our high school experience comes to an end, we will venture on into a new and much larger world and make new memories. This can seem scary to a lot of us. Because the world can often be cruel to others. Many people wish to stay in the world that they know because they believe that it provides them safety. But in reality, that safety is an illusion because no one is ever truly free from danger. Change is what drives us forward because if we stayed the same, then we would end up standing still. There's also no set path that everyone should follow. Everyone has different experiences, and that is essential because those different experiences are what makes us unique. Trust your instincts, try to make the right choice, and keep an open mind. An open mind often helps us open ourselves to different perspectives. It's easy for us to look at someone and judge them based on what we've seen or heard. But over the course of my high school career, I have learned that few actually discover what is happening in someone else's life. There's almost always more to someone than what meets the eye. And that includes me. Over the past 4 years, I have kept a secret from all of you that very few are aware of. But it is time to clear the smoke. This is something that is difficult for me to admit, but here it goes. The truth is, I am Radio Rebel.
I have often been told I'm a person who wears my heart on my sleeve. I'm also a person who is driven, determined, and organized. As you all know, this last month of senior year has been a stressful one. The whole year has been stressful. I was planning out my week like I always do and found the only time I could work on Mrs. Boyd's final project was the night before it was due. Relaying the plan to my mother, I told her that on Wednesday night, I would work on this tedious project, and then I will have a mental breakdown. My mom's loving response to me was, "At least you have a plan." The moment we stepped onto campus for the first time 4 years ago, we all had a plan. We were going to survive high school and make it to graduation, which we did. Now we have a new plan. Some of us are going to college, some of us are entering the workforce, and others of us are joining the military. But most important is the plan we have for tonight, the plan to not trip as we walk up to receive our diploma. These past 4 years hold memories that I will cherish for the rest of my life, like spending what felt like years trying to memorize lines for Mr. Green's Shakespeare project, which I know for a fact that we all cringed watching ourselves reenact those plays. Or sophomore year, when the music program got to go to Disneyland, wearing our long black dresses or band uniforms outside in the heat, thinking we were going to pass out before we finished our songs. Totally dominating the yell-offs junior year is another great memory. We beat the seniors every single time. Now we have senior year. My favorite memory of this year is definitely the senior sunrise and the huge water balloon fight, even if I did miss out on part of it because I was bringing in the last of the balloons. Thankfully, Oakley dumped a cooler of water on me so I wouldn't feel left out. I would like to finish off my speech with some thank yous. I would like to thank the teachers and staff who have helped us get where we are tonight. Thank you for replying to our emails, grading our homework, and making sure we're okay. Thank you to all of the family and friends for loving us, supporting us, and helping us look on the positive side. Thank you, Dr. Regan, for preparing me to high school and pushing me to think outside the box. Now, I don't even know where the box is. Thank you, Miss Dunsweiler, my kindergarten teacher, for teaching me to love school. It is because of your example that I am going to become a teacher. Thank you, Miss Parker, for spending the last 4 years helping us achieve our goal of graduating. Thank you, Mr. Lawrence, for being the best principal that we could ask for. And thank you, class of 2021, for making these past 4 years ones I will never forget. From here, we make new plans as we start this new chapter in our lives. I wish all of you the best in your planning and hope you have some plans that don't involve crying. Thank you.
Good evening. My name's MacDonald. Around 3 weeks ago, I put on my cap and gown for a quick grad pick announcement photo. Nothing out of the ordinary, but when I looked into the mirror and saw me dressed exactly as I am right now, it didn't feel real. Because how are we already graduating? It felt like just yesterday I'd walked through the side gate and been surrounded by people who would be my friends and I just didn't know it yet. Then, around 2 weeks ago, Mr. Romeo called me and the people behind me to officially announce that we'd be valedictorians this year. And if you know anything about me, is that you know I've been wanting to be a valedictorian and give this speech since freshman year. Well, to be more honest, probably 6th grade. But even after 7 years of wanting this, I didn't know what to write. Because how had these years gone by so fast? I mean, we all laughed it off when Mr. Lawrence said we had 40 months left in our first freshman meeting, and now, looking back, those 40 months flew by. Then, around a week ago, it was our last day of school, and just like before, it did not feel real that we were going to be graduating and going off in our own separate paths. That this was our last 8-hour school day that we were going to be spending together in a place that was our second home for the last 4 years. But then I took a moment and I looked at my friends and my classmates and I realized that we all had worked so hard to get to this moment. Whether it was the seemingly endless list actively learns, the IXLs that dropped you 10 points when you were 1 point away from getting 100, or the junior and senior paper that I'm pretty sure there was a sigh of relief echoing across Mohave, we have far more than earned our right to be here today. And more importantly, the world is ready for and even needs our class of 2021. I know without a doubt that you guys are going to be the most hardworking, determined, and brilliant adults out there. Whether your career path leads you to be a dental assistant, a computer engineer, an interior designer, a firefighter, or a nurse, or whatever your career path leads you to, I know every one of you will be excellent. Now, standing in front of you all today, it not only feels real, it feels exciting. Because high school was just our starting point. The real journey begins when we walk out those doors, and there couldn't be anything more exciting than that. So, congratulations, class of 2021. I could not be more proud of us.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Radic. This year, despite going through a pandemic, having to do part of our senior year online, having to apply for colleges, and taking Mr. Green's English class, I'd say the hardest part of the entire year was thinking about what this very speech would sound like. What could I possibly say to a class that's been through it all? I'd like to start by speaking on the behalf of my peers to thank the teachers and staff at Mohave. Through unprecedented times, you kept working hard to make this year somewhat bearable. I would also like to thank the families and friends of these students that are here today because you should all be very proud. When I was in 8th grade, I thought, wow, I'll be in high school next year. My freshman year, I watched my sister walk the same halls as me, but as a senior, ready to move on. I remember thinking that my day would come, but when? Looking back on my freshman year, I remember the best parts of it like they were just last week. It's very funny how time works. Though ultimately each week was the same length, there were weeks that felt like they were a month long and some that flew by in the blink of an eye. Even as I stand here and give this speech, I still feel like a freshman and I still feel like I have more time. As we progress through life, it can be easy to get swept up in the moments of in the craziness of society and its expectations and responsibilities. This is why moments of nothingness are so important, because in those moments, time seems to stop and we can all be human. It is so easy to say, where did all the time go? But the truth is that the time has gone where it was always going. We were always going to have to move on, it just came faster than we expected. Everyone gets 4 years to go through high school, but it is about what you do in that time that matters. There will be days where time seems like the enemy, whether it be a deadline approaching too soon or moments spent with friends coming to an end. But there is no way to reacquire time, and all we can do is come to terms with it. To my senior class, I can only hope that time will always be on your side. No matter what you've done in these 4 years, now is the time to keep going with that momentum that you've created and either continue or start living your life to the fullest. Our lives start now. Thank you, class of 2021.
Hello and good evening. My name is Zainab Ramadan. Someone once told me something along the lines of, for the love of God, don't start your speech with a quote, everyone gets bored. Which is, oh, my bad, folks. Hello again, and good evening. My name is Zainab Ramadan. So someone once told me something along the lines of, for the love of God, don't start your speech with a quote. Everyone gets bored by a quote. Which is why I chose to paraphrase this advice instead, folks. And man, I got to be honest with you guys, would there be a lot to paraphrase about this year? Class of 2021, I'm not going to tell you guys to give yourself a hand since it's going to disrupt my speech, but maybe give yourselves a pat on the back for making it through this unpredictable senior year. We've all done so much to get to this point. And as sappy as it may sound, I truly think we couldn't have made it through without each other's support. I know I wouldn't have gotten through it if it weren't for the support of my peers, as well as the support of our teachers, who admittedly had to adapt to this year just as much as we did. We went through a learning experience in more ways than usual this year, especially with the change from online to online school for the first couple months, and even most of the year for some, like myself. I'm sure that out of any of the high school memories we look fondly at down the line, online assignments will not be one of them. But I do hope that we all look fondly at this moment, knowing that even if our time in high school has ended, with any ending, there's a new beginning. And if we could graduate this year, we can handle any of what's in store for us. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Now we will have another song by Mystic Rhythm called Grow As We Go.
You don't know. You need to go and find yourself. You rather be alone, 'cause you think you won't find it tied to someone else.
Ooh, you said it's true that the growing only happens on your own. They don't know me and you. I don't think you have to leave if to change is what you need. You can change right next to me. When you're high, I'll take the lows. You can ebb and I can flow.
And we'll take it slow
and grow as we go. Grow as we go.
You won't be the only one. I am unfinished, I've got so much left to learn. I don't know how this river runs, but I'd like the company through every twist and turn.
Ooh, said it's true that the growing only happens on your own. They don't know me and you. You don't ever have to leave if to change is what you need. You can change right next to me. When you're high, I'll take the lows. You can ebb and I can flow.
and we'll take it slow
And grow as we go. Grow as we go. Grow as we go. Grow as we go.
I don't know where we come. I can't promise it's not written in the stars, but I believe that when it's done, we're gonna see that it was better that we grew up together.
Tell me you don't wanna leave, 'cause if change is what you need, you can change right next to me. When you're high, I'll take the lows,
You can ebb and I can flow.
and we'll take it slow
And grow as we go. Grow as we go. Grow as we go. Grow as we go.
Thank you, Mystic. Now we are able to hear from our guest speakers, Mr. King and Mr. Burgess.
Can everyone hear me all right? Yeah, okay. Good evening, graduates. I'm going to be honest. Right now, I'm a little nervous. I like to fly under the radar, yet here I am on a live-streamed, crushed event, and those have been going viral recently. I'm also nervous that on Monday morning, my sophomores will have turned this jumbotron of my face into some sort of a meme. Hey, Mr. King's cranium and Jupiter are fighting for solar system supremacy. Or Mr. King's head and ego finally match. So I asked my son AJ for some advice. What should I talk about tonight? And he suggested rather confidently, dinosaurs. We will start with the Tyrannosaurus Rex. All right, that's it for the jokes. We've shared a number of laughs over the years, and as I was thinking about this incredible opportunity, I realized this was my last chance to tell you that I cared about you, to tell you that your time here, while short, was important to myself and many others, and to tell you I'm going to miss you. I'm truly humbled that you would include me in such an incredible moment in your lives. Humbled to be in the presence of so many amazing young people. Humbled to have had the opportunity to work with you. I was reflecting on our time together in this next stage of your life, and something hit me. That something is what I'm going to share with you today. AJ and JP, our two boys, the two boys many of you have watched grow, have a book called Dragon Post. It's about a little boy who discovers a dragon in his house and has to figure out what the heck to do with it. He writes letters to experts all over to gain some insight that will make this situation easier. What starts out as a great deal of shock really blossoms into a great relationship between this boy and the fire-breathing dragon. The class of 21 was my dragon. You were the first group of students that I had never had in any other class, and Mrs. King hadn't had either. I consulted other teachers, administrators, pretty much anyone that would listen on what the heck to do with a brand new batch of Gen Z in my class. And some of you were certainly in the category of fire-breathing dragons. My first period world history class was one part silent, one part the who's who of mystic rhythm, and one part that would become a core group of female weightlifters in my class. Speaking of the weight room, I felt like I was part of a team every day, 8th period, with all of you. A team where working hard, supporting each other, and having high expectations was the norm. And how would I ever know the same young man who couldn't put on a helmet as a sophomore would end up being a college football player on scholarship? I knew from the beginning, like the boy and his dragon, we were going to have to adjust, or I wasn't going to survive. In the book, the boy and his dragon do everything together. The dragon grows and grows, and the boy enjoys everything about his newfound friend. It is clear that the dragon, while a surprise, is one of the best things to happen to the boy. What started for me as a brand new group of students with new interests and personalities quickly developed into a great deal of appreciation for what the class of 21 has to offer this world. In front of me today are future students of universities and colleges in Arizona, Nevada, Utah, Iowa, and many others. We have students in front of me today that will learn a valuable trade and enter the workforce. And we have a select few that will protect our interests at home and abroad by joining the armed services. I cannot accurately express the appreciation and sense of pride that I have for you and all that you will accomplish in this world. Eventually, the boy realizes this powerful fire-breathing beast of a dragon needs to move on to a place where it can truly be who it needs to be. The house is no place for a dragon. Anyone reading the book agrees. So the boy and his dragon spend one last day together. And then the dragon leaves. The teacher, boy, knows this is the right thing, but still has a great deal of sadness seeing his students, dragon, leave. Ladies and gentlemen of the class of 21, my kids, everyone knew this day was coming. Nobody's surprised. You're a group of fire-breathing forces of nature that this world is better off because you are in it. I'm not surprised you're here before me today, and I won't be surprised when you accomplish everything you set out to do. As you embark on this next chapter in your life, please remember, control what you can control. At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, that's all you can do. The better you get at that, the happier you will be. The right thing and the difficult thing are often the same thing. You're going to have some amazing relationships, experiences, and opportunities. Most of them are going to require a certain amount of work. It's worth it. Don't grab the bar unless you're serious. You're not going to accomplish great things in this world if you're half in and half out. You're going to do something, do it with all you have. Now, the book ends with one day in the future, the boy gets a postcard, dragon post, from a faraway place. The dragon is clearly living the life it's supposed to live, and the boy is excited to hear from his old friend. I hope you remember that we are all rooting for you and will always be a part of your support system. I hope you all find the place you're supposed to be, doing the thing you're supposed to do. Maybe, one day, we'll all be lucky enough to receive some dragon post from you. Until then, congratulations, class of 21. You will be praised, you will be remembered, and you will certainly be missed. I know I, for one, already do.
Southside. All right. Wow. Good morning, board members, faculty, parents, and of course, class of 2021. It's a tremendous honor to be with you this evening on such a momentous occasion. Tonight, the class of 2021 takes their place in the annals of Mohave history and joins 50 other classes before them of Thunderbird alumni, and oh, what an adventure it has been. How did we get here? What transpired to bring us all to this place, together at this moment? Well, I have our story. 6 years ago, I began my journey into education at Bullhead Junior High in room 811. Changing careers in my 40s is one thing, but to brave the hallways of a junior high in those 40s was an entirely different animal. I was filled with anticipation, anxiety, excitement, and fear. Nearly 200 seventh graders were about to enter my classroom, and I would never be the same. It was an incredible first year, and I knew I had found my calling in life. Year 2 in my teaching career, the principal, Mr. Young, asked if I would consider moving to 8th grade, and this would allow me to teach those amazing young students once again. I couldn't accept fast enough. Year 2 with these students was even more spectacular than the first. Every day I came to school excited, ready to be part of the lives of my students. But as all good things must come to an end, by the middle of our 8th grade year, I began to realize that they would be moving on and this moment in my life would pass and a new chapter would begin. Preparing to turn that page and begin again, I was informed that 7th and 8th grade would be combined and moved to Fox Creek Junior High. And my days in room 811 were now, as it was going to become Bullhead Middle School, my choices were to stay in room 811, take on 5th graders, leave room 811 to Fox Creek Junior High, or take the leap to E109 as the newest social studies faculty member at Mohave High School, and begin anew with my junior high students. This was the obvious choice. When I announced to my 8th grade class I would be taking the job at Mohave next year, I'm not sure who was more excited. Me, my 8th graders, or my beautiful daughter in 8th grade at Fox Creek Junior High. Class of 2021, I want you all to think back to the start of your freshman year. Finding your way around campus, getting lost in that maze they call T-Wing. I thanked my stars I was assigned a freshman advisory class. Now I get to spend 4 more years with my 8th graders, watching them experience all life has to offer. The transformation I witnessed was astounding. Our table talks, our stories we shared, are some of my most fondest memories. I learned as much from you as I ever taught. Together we learned valuable life lessons, such as remember who you are and the name you represent. We are a direct reflection of the expectations of our peer groups. Life is short, and sometimes you are too. Even if you're only 4'11", you can still do big things. Every bus ride holds memories, even if you're stuck next to a 4th grader that won't stop talking. Just because you know somebody doesn't mean you will get into B-dubs. Fear the mullet, but always remember the mullet. Sometimes imaginary boyfriends are the best boyfriends. Even if you trot, you are still running. We all need that one friend that keeps us in check. One hoss, once a hoss, always a hoss. And our favorite send-off, Bobo out. To say the class of 2021 is spectacular would be a monumental understatement. I have watched you grow and mature. To be part of your lives, each and every one of you have become a part of my life. The adventure of education has been an immense one filled with joy and tears, memories, both good and bad, all culminating to this evening. With this graduation ceremony, we all move on. Throughout this adventure, you have blossomed into strong, independent adults that any parent would be proud of, that I am proud of. We may not all share the same last name, but all of you are my kids. I love you. I will miss you. The halls of Mohave will not be the same without you, but you are forever in my heart. I am better because of you. Thank you.
All right, we've come to the point where we're about ready to honor all of our graduates. It is with honor. It is with honor that I present and pronounce the class of 2021. To our governing board, the students before you have met the standards for graduation set forth by the Colorado River Union High School District Board of Education and the state of Arizona.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you turn your direction to the Jumbotron, as we had 3 seniors competing in the state playoff for track and field and were unable to make it here tonight. So we are recognizing those seniors right now. Our first senior, Jesus Ramirez. Our next senior, Ricardo Ramirez. And our third senior, Daniela Settles. Hannah Elizabeth Burgess. Audree Elise Burgess. Hannah Victoria Sapienza. Lucas McClure. Carly Renee Ersland. Kyla Hartwick. Abigail Lee Fuchs. Kat Welch. Savannah Lynn Brandon. Ryan King Porter.
Chelsea L. Alvarez. Madelynn MacDonald. Jacob Hamilton. Freddie Mendez. Emily Mary Margaret Krebs. Emily Ragsdale. Saul Montoya. Jacob Alexander Brooks. Holly Thompson Ornelas. Angelina Rediger.
Seth Ryan McCusker. Gregory Larson. Leela Renee Durazo. Rayanne Mosley. Benjamin Daniel Bartoli. Lillian Anderson. Erica Monique Mora. Reagan Lynn Bankston. Randy Nelson.
Stephen Louis Griscioni. Joe Cesar Hulu. Anthony Michael Dunn. Elise Ramstetter. Trevor Roscoe Salahub. Damon Patrick Puryear. Skylar Ryan Foster. Austin Lucille Atlas. Mariah Brianne Moss. Shelby Lois Pape.
Robert Austin Stevens. Jade Lynn Hammond. Savannah Tafoya. Ashley Salzer. Keelan Seabury. Maya Radic. Oakley Heaton. Allissa Malay. Allissa Lynette Silva.
Alexander Mackenzie Cotter. Jose Maya. Elias Resendez. Julia Marie Camacho. Hope Madison Collins. Connor Daniel Dubois. Dominique Elena Rodriguez. Kylie Jean Heath. Brandon Topping. Jolene Ramirez.
Adriana Agote. Andrew Anderson. Jolina Acevedo. Anissa Marie Guzman. Vanessa Mitchell. Bethany Watkins. Jacob Sanchez. Nadia Estelia Sandoval. Ana Lopez. Angelina Kreiner.
Joshua Grant Parker. Emily Elizabeth Bashal Martin. Jacob I. Smith. Robert William Clifford. Stephanie Madero Soto. Hannah L. Urbanchik. Marlene Graciela Espinoza Castillo. Dara Flores. Christian Rodriguez. Jesus Perez.
Marisol Rezga Perez. Carla Alvarez. Raylene Bradbury. Emily Rose Rector. Berceta Garcia. Delilah Guadalupe Ruiz. Victoria Isabella Gonzalez. Madison Deanne Lindquist. Brianna G. Correa. Yadira Robles.
Joseph Corral. Anthony Charles Rolda. Caleb Clark. Christopher Allen Brown. Brian Lee Fankhauser. Caitlin Marie Jackson. Carter Thomas Payne. Caden Knight. Allison K. Brusso. Ashley Paige Smith.
Cecilia Rodriguez.
Samantha Aret Mesa Higuera.
Chantel Heron. Skylar Toole. Kevin Roller. Kevin Diaz. Dalise Talula Seviano. Keely Elizabeth Collins. Alexandria Virginia Bear. Kaylee Ann Lowe.
Hannah Nicole Payne. Camry Janae Radcliffe. Eric Acero. Stone Saunders. Brianna Giselle Ruelas. Marisol Elizabeth Flores. Eddie Serrano. Eric Estrada. Rayleigh Chesla. Nevaeh Micaiah Thompson.
Hayden Allen. Isabel Gonzalez Rodriguez. Jessica Strader. Megan Rose Holstrom. Chelsea Mia Ramirez. Rodrigo Garcia. Danny Smith. Stephen Dale Varner. Robert Willard Allen. AJ Nathan Rangel.
Marina Castrillon. Allissa Brown. Peyton Elise Lewis. Soren Lawrence Keith Ergens. Itzia Gastelum. Fabian Ramirez. Ozzy Edwards. Brandon Michael Mercer. Lucky Dakota Noriega. Dylan Justice Browning.
Thomas H. Girton, Jr. Stephanie Yasmin Rodriguez. Sam Garcia. Demi Hansen. Carson J. Clark. Madelynn Rayanne Hall. Jacob Andrew Gray. Jillian Martin. Amy Marie Judd. Brandon Cruz.
Ezekiel Maxey. Oscar Andrew Solis Hernandez. Emiliano Zambrano. Manuel Gonzalez. Jesus Horacio Ramiro Lopez. Jennifer Ramiro Lopez. Damian Aguirre. Cayetano Teodosio. Gage Harley James Steele. Alicia Lil Ali Boykin.
Savannah Marie Eckhart. McKaylee Grace Schwartz. Ellie Maureen Alessandro. Nicole Galt. Emma Lorraine Morrison. Ari Tian Beck. Luna Ruiz. Haley Vanessa Torres. Alexander Lazenby.
Sarah Joyce Kalura. Marlena Allissa Flores. Matthew Alexander Mitchell. Kenneth DeBoard. Kaylee Favela Espinosa. Dalton Luis Galicia. Jaslyn Jimenez. Alma Diaz Castillo. Manuel Villa. Yaeli Espinosa.
Chance Randolph Smith. Axel Ruiz. Douglas William Russell. Jack Curtis Edwards. Mary Myra Nelson. Emily Elizabeth Hopper. Jaden Weingartner. Rex Morel Rediger, the third. Corbin Dallas Panfill.
Gerardo Ureta Maida Quinn.
Sorry.
Josué Lizarraga. Brian Abraham Garcia. Killian Lee Perez Gerard. Albert Philip Martinez. Jonathan Daniel Mills. Shane West Rathman. Santiago Nieto. Emily Jane Gentry. Sergio Valdez. Marcus Acosta.
Peter John Jones. Carmen Marie Barrios. John Paul Hernandez Pratt. Joseph E. Ruiz. Danny Barba. Alexander James Martin. Alexa Natalie Armenta Castro. Liliana Maldonado. Ursula Ray Hontalba. Ashley Zalapa Garcia.
Zainab Muhammad Ramadan. Jacob Tyler Dobson. Jordan Daniel Jenkins. Ernesto Gomez Jr. Tatiana Robinzine. Taryn Elizabeth Twomley. Josue Cruz Escobedo. Austin Ryan Nichols. Anthony Ryan Hamilton. Lane Michael Hunter.
Jordan Castrayon. Maya Rosalie Manji. Alexandra Thompson. Eunice Sarai Gomez Contreras. Cora Ann Louise Wilson. Hunter Thomas Shaw.
Damon James Jacquard. Isaiah A. Arnett. Emilio Antonio Osegueda. Adrian G. Salazar.
Okay, I now present to you the graduated class of 2021. Seniors, you may move your tassel and celebrate. Okay, one final little suggestion, and actually I've been asked to say this. As you leave the event center tonight, there are two exits. Okay, you have the east exit and the west exit. If you have parked in the back, we ask you that you please exit through the east exit. If you have parked in the front, you need to exit through the west